All of the wallpaper is out of the dining room and I've already painted the upper half of the walls. So now I'm ready to focus on the fifth wall, the ceiling. I'm so excited to install a decorative wood ceiling because I've always wanted one. And of course, I'm gonna show you how to do it too. Thankfully, Armstrong Ceilings has partnered with me on this project and they've provided some awesome looking Woodhaven planks. The first step to getting my ceiling installed is to actually remove the crown molding. And to remove crown molding or any type of molding that you might have in your house, you want to use a utility knife first to score the caulking on the seams so that you can get your pry bar in there and you're not going to peel off any paint. Here we go. Like shell pink. I'm trying to be really careful removing the molding because I'm going to reuse it after I paint it my new trim color. Whoops, scratching lots of things. We don't need that camera, do we? Okay, this isn't the fun part, but it has to happen to do the job right. We're going to measure and mark all of our ceiling joists because the track is going to be attached directly to the joist. Then we attach our ceiling planks to the track. It's very attractive. See what I did there? Okay, this is the Stud Buddy. It's a magnetic stud finder, so it's going to magnetize and stick to the nails or screws that are in the joist. So I'm gonna try that up on the ceiling, mark a few of them, and then I'll just measure off of that. It's only $10, you should get one. The next step is to install these tracks along the lines that I just marked on the ceiling. I'll use these coarse screws to do that every so often, and then I'll be able to put the planks in place easy peasy. Just because you're doing a project around your house doesn't mean you shouldn't wear a nail belt. It's so handy to keep all of your screws or whatever quick little hand tools you may need. You'll probably see me use this a lot. It's my drill bit sleeve, and what it does is when you're driving a long screw, it slides over the shaft of your screw to keep it steady and straight as you're putting your pressure behind your drill. Then as you drive it in, you can slide the sleeve down, it won't get in your way, and you have a nice straight drive. I have this track cut to size and I'm going to butt it up to the other track but leave 1/8 of an inch between the two. Okay, now I just have to do it like 16 more times. It's really hard to hold the tracks in place above my head and drive the screws at the same time, so I'm going to try setting the screws in place before I lift it up. A few months back, my family and I went on a trip to Costa Rica, and our rental house there had a really neat ceiling that was made out of real bamboo. So I looked up how to grow bamboo, where to buy bamboo from, and I was gonna grow my own stand of bamboo. Well, the week we got back from Costa Rica, Armstrong Ceilings contacted me, and they actually have a print of their Woodhaven planks that's called Bamboo. Can't wait to see what it looks like. Since I have to cut it, I'm gonna cut it outside. And I have to cut it because my pieces on my long walls, I don't wanna have a full piece on one and a small piece, a sliver of a piece on the other. So I'm going to cut both of them so that it's a little more symmetrical. I'm so excited to see the wood planks finally go into place. I'm a little bit flustered, but I only need 1 screw per board for the first run, and then everything else is held in place with these clips. They'll clip onto the track, lock into the groove of the plank. Should be easy peasy. I know I already said that once, but it's true. Don't want to butt it up against either wall. You want a little bit of room for it to expand and contract. I've noticed that it is pretty tight right here, trying to work the tongue into the groove. And so it's handy to have a tap block where you have the tongue, so you can put it right there, tap it just a little bit, get it nice and tight, and then you don't have to damage the side of your good board. I want to replace this light fixture anyway with something a little bit more modern, and now it's starting to get in the way of working, and I'm gonna have to cut around it anyway, so I'm just gonna take it out so I can make my marks for my cut, and so that I can reinstall a cuter fixture. Here we go. Here's the little trick for installing crown molding. Take your smallest piece and hold it up on the ceiling, and then you want to make sure that the side on the wall is flush and the side on the ceiling is flush with the ceiling. Then mark the bottom. You'll measure that mark from the ceiling and transfer the mark down the entire wall and around your room, so that when you're holding the crown molding in place, you don't have to check that it's flush. You just have your mark and everything will look nice and level once you're done. That was so much easier than I thought it was going to be, and I'll admit I'm a tad obsessed with the way it looks. I just love the results. As I was working, I thought this would be a great solution to cover up popcorn ceiling texture instead of dealing with the mess of scraping it. So consider that if you still have some popcorn left in your house. I'm only just getting started on the updates on our new house, so make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any of the fun projects that I have in the works. Thanks for checking in.